come here, 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 come here. I farted. Oh, I'm fine.
You're muted.
Oh, hey, everybody.
Stop waving. I'm going like this.
So was I.
Okay, first, I'm kind of disappointed in Joe because, like, his first night back, he forgets to hit the mute button. Secondly, I'm disappointed with you guys because if we hadn't told him, this show would have gone a lot more quietly.
That's all right. He just keep on playing videos.
Yeah.
His microphone being off would not have stopped that whatsoever.
Oh,
I know him too much and we get rickrolled.
yeah. No, I actually deleted that one.
Oh, thank you.
He
Thank
says
you
that.
very much.
I can believe him though.
But yeah,
Probably
but-
put a different one on there. You just have to find it now.
This is true, but John and
You'll
I
just have it hidden under another title. You'll go to start something. Or
and
stop
yeah,
something.
another thumbnail for it.
oh, but yeah, I am alive, barely, but I got into the great habit of going to bed about 9 o'clock. So this is going to be a struggle.
Hey, there's something over your shoulder there, John.
I noticed that.
It could be an ice cube. No, actually, it'd be funny if you had a picture of Ice Cube to put up there now.
He can find one quickly.
Dan, he's good about that.
I'm waiting for it now.
Yeah, Carl says, hey, glad enough, I feel good enough to do a show. I don't feel good enough to do a show, but I'm here. Oh, and Carl says, what got deleted? I deleted the little 5-second Rickroll so Dan could have room to upload a couple things that he wants to put on. But everybody's just quiet.
Yeah, but I'm waiting on the a leave to kick in.
I'm working on stuff.
Well, you know that Nexium and the leave actually works.
Oh, I know. I know. I've got a bottle of both right here.
Oh, whatever, Carl. I'm assuming you mean your beard.
Oh, Lord.
Too bad you don't have a recording of that clip of Zach that you could play. Next time he comes in.
Did you pay any attention to the private chat?
That's where I got the link to watch the video.
Yes, we do have a copy of it, basically.
I have no private.
Yeah, if somebody will download it real quick.
From Facebook? Download something from Facebook?
Couldn't you download it from right here?
Probably
No.
Hey, and Joe and I got schooled. Was it Joe and I? That it's Aphelion.
Oh, yeah, it was me.
I was saying it wrong, too.
Well, my mother pronounces it the PH as if it was an F, so does, that's the usual thing. It's just, it's Greek. It's not an F.
Everything's Greek to me.
They make nice salads.
What?
Zach put it in, friends only, so I can't steal it.
Wise man.
Hold on.
Very wise man.
I think I'm friends with Zach. Send me the link.
It's in the private chat.
I got in too late. It's not showing up in my private chat.
Oh, redo it. There
you go.
Okay.
Thank you. It's from his story?
Yeah. Does that make it harder?
Only if it didn't actually upload as a video to his profile too.
I'm watching it right now.
He's being molested by that monkey, especially his right ear.
That was cute. You monkey.
Okay, it's not uploaded as an actual video. Let's see. Oh, you guys can carry on. It's going to take me a little bit.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah, Carl knew it. Oh, wait, yeah. And the reason I picked that was it was the name of the University of Georgia Sci-Fi. Well, let's not use the long name. The Sci-Fi Club. They put out a quarterly newsletter with that name and said it was a pun on far out because it's the point in a planet's orbit where it's furthest from the sun.
Ah.
Wow, 28 years. I've had that thing going for a long time.
Well, it's one of the longest running websites out there.
Yeah. I think us and I can't remember the name of the other one, but both of us started up the websites in January. I think we might be the oldest by one day. Then again, they might have started the day before we did. Nobody, it's just because I put the starting date in on the editorial pages for so long that I even remember. January 27th.
You're the, not the longest running website out there, because there's, some of the government stuff and universities, but it's probably one of the longest running private websites.
If you add up all the categories that make it what it is, then yeah. Like I said, there's only two that meet all those criteria, but free, creative writing, sci-fi, fantasy, horror, for the love, webzines. Yeah, you don't meet women that way. It's amazing what you will meet, but it won't be women.
Oh, you'll meet women, but there's a reason they're out there in the dark.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which reminds me, I need to get a couple of trail cams and set them up in the back in the woods. I'd like to see what's running around out there when I'm asleep.
Oh.
I know we have deer and raccoons and possums and coyotes and a pheasant one time ran through the yard, and a red fox ran through the yard. Still, anything that's big enough to trigger a motion sensor on a trail cam, especially using the infrared stuff, it'd be worth looking at a time or two. Might not be worth saving, but
I'm trying to not be a smartass.
Why stop now?
All right. Well, you said you saw a red fox. I said, was his son? I was going to ask if his son was following him.
Nope. Definitely all on his own. Not much bigger than the cats either, but brilliantly red,
Dan, please tell me you got the smart
Yes,
ass.
I did.
Okay, you just went on like I didn't even say a smart ass comment, so I'm like, Dan.
No, Lamont was not with him. Although my oldest son goes by that nickname sometimes.
I'm reading a news story from England. Okay. A woman gives birth in the McDonald's parking lot. Names her son McFlurry. Oh, I'm sorry. This happened in Wisconsin. It's not a British. British. It's in a British newspaper.
Okay.
Well, that
Still.
makes sense.
No, it doesn't make sense. It makes more sense than the other way.
None of it makes sense. None of it does.
Oh.
Oh, I just looked back at StreamYard where, I just set the camera up to record the front yard getting covered in snow.
Oh, yeah.
6 hours and 30 minutes.
And how many views has it got?
Who knows?
Did you put it on your YouTube?
I don't even remember where all it went to be honest with you.
I'm looking. They've added some new screen features here on the StreamYard board. What is Snowfall or Snowwatch?
On StreamYard?
Yeah.
Oh, that's that was you can customize the layout, and that was the customized one that I used,
Okay.
Oh,
where we can, I can almost set it up to where we can put camera out the window, run radar, and have us on screen.
Gotcha.
oh, okay. Josh would probably like to know about that. Of course, I don't think he can do it on his cell phone. The processor's probably not fast enough, but
No, you have to be on a computer to do it.
We probably need that without the audio, don't we? So we don't get hit with a copyright
Yeah.
crap. Okay, hold on.
And just clip it down to where, it's just him and the monkey. If you can do that.
hell, if I can do my stuff with Windows Movie Maker, somebody with a good program could probably do a whole lot more. The only reason I'm using Windows Movie Maker instead of one of the other movie editing things is that the others have steeper learning curve. And there's the man of the hour.
Oh, it's Zachy.
Good evening, sir.
Muted.
Exactly.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little broken, but yeah, we can hear you.
I tried to find
How's
somewhere
your
where
head?
there isn't music, so I know it's dark, but hello.
Hey.
Hey.
So is your head nice and clean?
I don't think he's heard you.
Is your head nice and clean from being groomed?
Oh my, that was a dramatic 5 minutes. I've never had that many hands in my hair at one time.
I'm just worried about the right ear if you're going to get an infection.
Yeah, well, I'll keep an eye.
Hey.
Oh, so
least
where
my
are you at?
glasses weren't full. We departed Honduras about 4 hours ago.
Oh,
So we're
okay.
heading back to Mexico.
You're
So
heading back.
literally the middle of the.
So you're in the Gulf, right?
No, that's the Atlantic. Well, it is.
No, that puts him in the Caribbean Sea. Unless he's on the Pacific side.
That'd be a little bit difficult. There's a continent in the way.
No, Honduras. Honduras goes all the way over to the Pacific.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Well, hang on a minute.
I mean, I hope we're not in the Pacific because if we are, I slept for a few days.
me see here. There's Honduras. Oh, wait, Joe, you bring that up for me.
Yeah, hold on a minute. All right.
Yeah, there's Honduras. Yeah. You see,
Yeah,
there's
I'll tell you
Cayman
that.
Islands, Caribbean Sea, and down
We were
here.
in Cox and Pole.
Ah, there you go. So he's somewhere here now.
Yeah.
And we're heading up to Cozumel for the second time.
No. Woohoo.
I was not on the itinerary, but it is now.
Hey, boat's gonna go where the boat's gonna go.
So why are
Yeah.
you going to Cozumel?
Why
we were
wouldn't you
supposed
go to Cozumel?
Because no one likes Cozumel. It's no, we missed our first port, which was Bahamas, and then we were supposed to go to Costa Maya yesterday, which is where we were supposed to do the Mayans excursion, and they blamed the ocean for being too rocky, but they secured us a port in Cozumel. So we were in Cozumel yesterday. Anyone that had excursions for Cozumel tomorrow got rebooked for yesterday, or they were canceled, and then they only confirmed today at 4 o'clock that we're going back to Cozumel tomorrow. So there is a very long line downstairs of people trying to rebook their original Cozumel excursions. And then after that, we're headed back to Canaveral.
All right. So you sail through the Keys.
One more time?
You sail through the Keys.
The Florida
just
Keys.
south of there. There's an island. Oh, the Florida Keys. No, we're going back to Orlando. Port Canaveral.
Yeah, you got to go around the horn of Florida.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, excuse me.
either that or you got to go all the way around Cuba and come back up. But you will be passing somewhere in between Cuba and the Florida Keys.
Yep. Yeah, we've been having some ice winds. 7.9 relative. So that's fun. And I think it was yesterday we had 18 or 19. So the boat's rolling for that's for sure.
Ah,
Well, you're living proof that Starlink actually does work.
To a point. I mean, this cost me $280 for a week access to be able to join a call like this. And I get at most 3 megabits down and 2 megabits up. So it's a start. I mean, 6 months ago, we wouldn't have thought this was possible. So
This is true.
it'll improve.
well,
The biggest thing is the pricing is the same pricing they had a year ago with their old satellite provider. So even though they're paying less for Starlink, they're still charging the same. So a lot of people are frustrated about that. And I've only found 6 Starlink dishes. So if they only have 6, and we're considering using 2 for Artemis, I don't think 6 is going to work for 5,000 people and 1,500 staff. But who knows?
Carl wanted to know if you are having any international incidents.
Not that
Boy,
I know of. No, not that I know of.
Okay. I thought, I didn't know if you saw that or not, so.
Yeah, I don't know where the chat is on mobile. Oh, I think I have to push this button. Maybe. Oh, there we go. The button that says chat maybe would help.
Yeah, but it's a pain in the ass when you're mobile.
Oh. Well, as long as the men in black aren't waiting for you when you get off the boat, you'll be resting assured you didn't cause any trouble. You might have accidentally strolled through some, but you didn't cause it.
Well, for Zach, it'd be the men in green.
I don't. Yeah. If my eating, sleeping, and sitting in the Bliss Lounge affected somebody's mission, sorry, you should have planned it better.
Just be careful on the luggage carousel when you go to get your bags.
He said it, not me. Not that I didn't think it.
As long as they show up this time, that would be appreciated. But yeah, WestJet had an earful of me. Actually, I think Dan's probably the only one that knows, unless you follow me on X. They left my grandmother's mobility scooter in Toronto the night we flew to Orlando. So we landed, waited an hour, couldn't find it, went to their office, and I kid you not, the response of the agent behind the desk was, "Well, just go buy and rent another one." At 12:30 a.m. on a Saturday, we board our ship at 10 a.m. Sunday, and I looked up myself when the next flight was from Toronto, and I'm like, "You sure my bag's going to be on that?" And he's like, "It should be." I'm like, no, you better be sure. And he was like, "I can't guarantee it." So while he sat there fumbling his fingers and his assistant lady was trying to be helpful, getting me like phone numbers and stuff to file the official claim, I tweeted WestJet and their CEO at 1 a.m. Yeah, you better bet they responded within 3 minutes, because they did not want to deal with this. And their response was, "Well, we'll reimburse you for a rental up to $100.
That's
Educate
not going to
how
cut
much
it.
is it to rent that one of those?
About $600 for the
$280 a
week.
day.
How much? You muted yourself up. I didn't hear what you said.
$280 a day was the only place I found that was open on Sunday. And so I tweeted them back and forth. They were like, "Oh, we'll submit a baggage claim. That's all you can do." So I submitted that, and I was like, "Okay, now what? Like, we have a $7,000 cruise that you're about to ruin and make impossible." And they're like, "Well, you have to call us in the morning, and maybe we can authorize more." So I had to get up at 7 a.m. and call them. Called baggage claim, and baggage claim was like, "Yes, that plane took off." And I'm like, "Great, I can see that on one of my 6 flight trackers that I use. Thank you for that not helpful information. Is my bag on the plane?" "Oh, we have no way to tell." I was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Do you not know who's on your aircraft?" And he was like, "No, we do." I'm like, "Well, you scan their bags, right?" "Yeah." "Did you scan mine?" "We hope so."
Let me
So
tweet the
Somebody's
CEO
got
instead
to
of
be on
again.
boarding
the
my
street and
cruise,
tell me if my bag is on that plane.
so instead of boarding my cruise at 10 a.m., I sat in the Orlando International Airport at 10:30 and waited an hour for baggage to claim to empty. No scooter. Had to ask 4 people for assistance, and finally someone dropped it out the oversized baggage chute, and we got it ourselves. So it made the flight. Not one person actually helped us.
Yeah, we have a writer friend in Texas. It seems like every time her mobility scooter gets put on an airplane, it gets damaged somehow.
Oh, yes.
And she
I,
is not someone you want to mess with.
uh,
Oh, well, I said that in the airport quite loudly, and a number of people looked at me and were like, "Oh, they don't know who they just messed with." Because you could tell my grandparents were pissed and tired. So then I'm pissed, tired, and more pissed. And yeah, they very quickly got a picture that they were going to be getting some phone calls. And then the response of, "Well, just go buy another one." I literally said to the guy, I'm like, so am I using your credit card or hers? And the girl's face went ghost white because I don't think she ever thought that was going to be a response. But I don't normally use our Discord and Twitter and stuff for that type of stuff. But after that comment, I was done. So I pinged our Discord at 1 a.m. and was like, yeah, I need y'all's help getting WestJet's attention. Turns out I have people that work in the airline industry in my Discord. One of them's even on my team. His mother worked for Delta for 24 years. So yeah, in the middle of the night, people made calls to other people who made calls to other people, to the point of within an hour of me arriving in my hotel, Delta Airlines had said they would step up and take the scooter. Their flight left 2 minutes after the WestJet flight, so they couldn't beat them. But they were willing to take the scooter early to beat WestJet to make sure that it was done right to take care of a passenger. And I was like, you know, at least they said they do it. Would it have worked? Who knows? But, I mean, it shows that at least someone was trying to make something right, because it's like, how did all the scooters, all the booster seats, all the golf clubs make it, but something that's very clearly a mobility scooter get forgotten? And all of our bags, we had 5 bags, and they all made it. It's like, it doesn't, no one else missed a bag. The entire flight had all their luggage. So it's like, it sounds like someone just wanted to be pissy.
Somebody looked at it and says, I ain't lifting that shit.
So,
And
Man,
Dan,
this is
that was
I
the
don't
fun
like
first
to
like
fly.
16 hours of
Dan, I know who you're talking about.
Yes, you
And
do.
yes, she scares me. And how she gets some stuff that's on that little scooter through security, I never know.
Because she scares security too. They're probably TSA agents that they've got her on a list to go. Yes, ma'am. You go right through.
I ended up talking to somebody that used to work at American Airlines, and he said when he worked for them, they changed their policy that anyone that has a scooter drives their scooter all the way to the gate of the plane, and even if they want a wheelchair in their like connections, their scooter is brought out in front of them and brought by someone with them to the next gate, so you see your scooter through all of your connections. It doesn't go through baggage claim. It gets treated as if it's, you know, a actual stroller that you need with a kid. That way you know for sure, at least the last time you saw it was at the gate, the door of your plane. So if someone screwed up getting it those 100 feet onto the plane, then there's a bigger problem. But it was interesting.
Sounds it.
Joe, it
And
didn't
Carl,
work.
the name of the ship is Epic. EPIC.
It didn't work.
Didn't work. Only got it's a steel, and it's only the left half of the image on the right side of the screen.
I just played it. Now, if we're wanting to share it real quick, I can pull it up to share.
Do that.
Okay, give me 1 second here. Let's see, NDCD.
NBCE? What's that?
Put it on stupid o'clock. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see, present. Share screen.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to go see some terrible people sing karaoke to try to qualify for a grand final.
Well,
Because
hold
that's
on
just-
for a second,
I don't know
Zach.
what else to do. And just last night there was actually some good singers, but I'll try to jump on a little later if I can.
Hold on, Zachy.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Are you ready,
Hold
Joe?
on. Stop.
You ready, Joe?
Yep.
Hit play. That's what I'm worried about your ears, Zach.
Yeah, there's a 5.5-minute video that goes to that.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I get that. I get worried about being around any animals that are obviously smarter than congressmen. So
Oh,
Zach, you made a new friend.
uh,
Uh-oh. He star unlinked.
yeah,
Oh, he's back.
Sorry, Starlink hand over.
yeah, yeah. Well, we had to share that.
Oh yeah, that was awesome. I'm doing a whole video on that place because that entire excursion was 5 hours and it was $40, and it was one of their staff drivers in her own personal car with me and one other couple from the ship for only half of it, and then it was just me and her private for the other half. It included a chocolate factory tour, a rum factory tour with sampling at both, a full island tour, sloths, monkeys, and parrots, a stop at a coffee shop, and 6 photo points for 40
don't pet
US
the
dollars.
sloth.
That's a hell of a deal for
Like-
$40.
Yeah,
Is that Canadian or American or Mexican $40?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter any way you slice it. That's a
No,
hell of
it's
a deal.
American $40. The only thing is the coffee shop didn't have change in American, so now I've got a pocket full of Honduran Ligra, which is fine. I wanted some of their money as a keepsake anyways,
Oh, yeah.
but I didn't do the conversion of how much they gave me back, so I've now got like $18 worth of their money in cash, and I was like, well, I probably don't need that much, but
Hey,
You
you
never
can
know.
always you can always put it up on eBay to other collectors.
that's true. I didn't think about that. Yeah.
Yeah, keep one bill and the rest of it. Go ahead and peddle it.
Hmm.
Might be able to get $30 for that $18.
That's true. It's really interesting. It looks like very old, like British money.
Hmm.
Very old looking. So it's kind of neat. One US
Yeah,
dollar is 24 of their money. And like a regular coffee was like 140 of their money.
it's $1 and a
Very
half.
expensive. Very expensive because we were on the island. Like a gallon of fuel was like $5.50. Electricity is 50 cents a kilowatt hour. So
Yeah, I don't know what I pay for a kilowatt hour. Next summer, I'll turn on one of the air conditioners and go outside and watch the gauge spin. Oh.
well, shoot.
Oh, that felt better.
What, me closing a 3-ring binder that popped me in your neck pop?
No, I think we did a little bit of synchronicity there. I popped my neck at the same time you closed the 3-ring binder.
See, and I was looking away from the screen, so I just assumed that was your neck popping.
Well, it is a bone conduction headset. I didn't know that it would carry that far down my spine for the. Oh Lord, if it can hear my neck pop, I don't want to hear my stomach growl.
Dan, I just looked. My current kilowatt rate is 0.0, or well, it's 9 cents plus another 0.95 behind it.
Okay.
So 0.09095 per kilowatt hour.
So what's your monthly electric bill?
Well, I do a monthly equal billing payment plan.
I do too. I do too. It averages out.
$230.
Good Lord, man. Well, you got a bigger house and you're in a colder area.
Does
Yeah.
that include your fiber optic internet?
No. That's $72 a month.
I think my budget plan is $211 a month right now for NIPSCO, which is our energy.
They just offered 2.5 gig, and the guy told me, he goes, save your money, because the router that they use, the hard line out, is only a gig.
Oh, yeah.
So, and the rest of the bandwidth goes to Wi-Fi.
Well, our monthly electric bill averages about 106. But
Now,
it's
do you have gas
a
service
tiny-
there, or do you have like a separate gas service?
Ours is total electric. Anybody that's got gas out this far has a tank sitting in the yard.
Okay, yeah, because my 211 is gas and electric combined.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. No, I've lived in places that had gas heating and gas stoves and in the kitchen, and it was not a happy experience. I've never been satisfied with that. I mean, it just seems like a total electric is a whole lot cheaper to go with and have electric and gas.
I'm going to agree with Carl.
Don't want to talk about your power bill,
Mm-hmm.
Donna. Yeah, but you've got like a 4-story house. Well, 3 anyway.
Well, when you have a castle.
Well, 4 if you count the basement.
Carl's even, I think that's a wow at Donna.
Oh.
Well, it definitely aimed for his ear. Oh, shit.
Yeah, we keep going quiet tonight. What's going on, guys?
I'm here. I'm here, and Dan's afraid to open up. So is
Oh no, I'm not afraid to open up and say anything. It's just I hurt too damn much.
and I'm just tired.
I don't think anatomy works that way, Donna. I really don't think anatomy works that way at all.
Okay,
interesting friends.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stay awake much longer, but Joe, I have a video you need to watch real quick.
Oh God, you put another Rickroll out there.
No,
Told you.
No. This is for after Last Man Standing.
I am not drunk.
Yes, you are.
I am not fucking drunk.
Can you tell the time?
Yes. I am not fucking drunk.
Oh Lord.
I played that for Dan earlier. He says, I feel targeted.
So did the clock.
It's all right, folks. I'm not an alcoholic. I just enjoy living in a liquid medium. Speaking of which, it's time to
take a drink of
go
water.
down the hall. Drink of water. I don't drink water. fish do something funny in that.
I like to shock my liver occasionally and drink some water.
Well, but I'm being serious. When Dan gets back, I think I'm gonna tap out. Like I said, I've here lately, for the last couple of weeks, I've been going to bed at 9 o'clock.
I know how you feel, Joe Dog.
Joe Dog, it's all right.
God, is that you? It is. It's Odin. It's old man.
Yes, granddaughter.
Well, okay, so Joe Dog, glad you're feeling better and that you're coming around. Now we just got to get your energy back up.
Yeah.
Because you have a lot to do within the next 10 months.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and don't get me started about one thing. Oh, God, I'm still pissed. Northern Tool is bullshit.
Not according to those trolls that were showing up on your page afterwards.
It's like, who the hell are these people?
You saw what I said to them, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh. But, they say, claiming, I don't understand how banking works. Well, when Northern Tool says, yeah, we're holding it for 5 to 10 days, 5 to 10 business days.
So a week to 2 weeks.
Yeah. Took them milliseconds to get it out of my PayPal account.
Oh, yeah.
They've got the money. And it's sitting in their bank account, pretty much earning interest. I mean, how many other people do they do that to?
So what did you order from these people?
A trailer to go under Grillzilla.
And you still haven't gotten it yet?
No. They've canceled. They no longer carry that trailer.
Then somebody on their web design team needs to be fired because they're not keeping up with the website.
Hold on. Don't do that. Don't do that. Do it this way. What?
I was going to tell them hi.
Oh, okay.
Howdy.
Donna says hi. All right. This is live on their website.
See? That's all I want to do. Negotiate in here.
See what it says in shipping? Available now.
Mm-hmm.
If you order it, it'll let you go through, but then they'll cancel the order and hold your money for 7 to 10 days, 5 to 7, whatever.
You know what's really scary is that the owner, the guy who founded it, just died within the past couple days.
Of Northern Tool?
Uh-huh.
So that's what they stiffed you on?
Yeah.
Literally.
Well, I read the...
Sorry,
read
God,
the
took me a second.
I read the post. I mean, yeah.
That's why they're holding the money. They're having to use the money to pay for the funeral, and then they're going to reimburse you after they get the insurance policy paid out.
Probably.
That's what when I saw that, I was like, somebody just posted that the guy died because one of their facilities is about 10 miles from where I grew up. Well, it's based out of Minnesota to begin with, but yeah.
But yeah.
Still bullshit.
Did somebody post Carl's comment?
Which one?
No.
Second from the bottom.
I'm guilty of that too, Carl.
What the hell?
Especially when he gets talking about the little girl.
Oh, that was one of my favorite parts to write too.
I teared up. I'm an emotional. Hi. Oh,
This is Bobby.
hi, Bobby. Oh, she's getting big. She's not growing up on us.
Oh, Dawn, I need you to message me the name and the dates also that you want on that sign.
Okay.
Are you
I was
Seeing
going
the cat just reminded me.
I was going to, and then I got distracted. I actually had the name typed in there and everything, and then something else happened. And
and you saw her little no tail.
no, I was
Yeah.
get her back. I was messaging Joe.
Where is she?
Well, you think she's going to come because he whistles?
Well, some cats do.
Ah,
I didn't have any food that time, so she's pissed and not going to come back.
oh,
There you go, Joey.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah.
and my cats are crazy. They won't eat table food.
Strip was looking for Calvin. Oh, anyways.
Lindsay
We
made
don't.
sure that I have one of these back here in case Billy No Mate starts annoying her in the living room. She was shushing back here, and I have some treats for him to keep him from wandering back out to the living room real.
It's like, Dad, quit showing my butt to everybody. I don't want to show my butt to everybody.
Well, you know how you can tell a cat's mood because of the tail twitch? She twitches her tail, but it's looking like a gear shifter.
Yeah.
But they won't eat table food. It's got to be cat, the kibble or cat treat. They won't eat the dog food.
Ooh.
Carl said they have their cats trained to come when you snap your fingers or golf clap. Does that include Kiddo? We don't. George was trained. These two are like, oh, hell no. Do they like the licky treats that are in the tubes?
I haven't got those yet.
That's what we call kitty crack.
Yeah, let's not forget the video you sent me the other night.
Oh, that was catnip.
I know.
Hobo decided to partake in Taco Tuesday. He has a little stuffed taco, and we put catnip all over it.
Mm-hmm.
The catnip is the sweet drizzle for him.
Yeah.
You guys are getting another cat?
What?
Donna and Carl are getting number 6? Is that what I just read there?
Well, it'll be a rescue mission.
I was going to say, I don't have any cats in here with me tonight.
That you know of.
No, they're not. Well, there was one that I didn't know Buddy was over there, and all of a sudden I heard a weird noise. Yeah, was that last night, the night before? I'm like, what the hell? Yeah.
Can y'all hear that?
Nope. That's okay. I know what it sounds like.
See, Parin.
I mean, loud. You can hear her purring across the room. Surprised y'all can't hear it over the mic.
Oh,
You can hear Georgette snore across the room when she's sleeping.
All right. You can go now.
I will release you.
All right, guys. I am not sick. I'm just extremely tired.
Get some rest, Joe Dog.
All right.
Good night, Joe Dog.
Carl said he could hear it. So, all right. She vibrates when she purrs.
all of them do.
No, I mean, you know, put some good 300 grit on her and you could sand with it.
Think she'd be a little upset at that.
All right. Good night, guys.
Good night, Joe Dog.
Good night, Joe Dog.
Uh-oh. Now it's the miscreants.
What makes you think Joe's not a miscreant?
True.
Just because he's better at it than the rest of us.
I mean, I'm the innocent one in the group. I'm just sitting here burning wood.
Yeah, I saw you playing with your wood earlier.
You were playing with your wood fast.
A little bit.
Just had to be sanded.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it goes again. Well, maybe one day it'll. Oh, maybe one day it'll stay that way, and I won't have to do it again. Well, Granny's rheumatism medicine. Oh.
Surprised Hobo hasn't come back down here again to meow at me. He's already been down here twice.
Oh boy, that's nice. Oh, I need to unpack some more of the stuff I ordered, and I got one for Lindsay, and I got one to go in the convention gear. But it's a laptop stand.
Nice.
And I got one at the dollar store, believe it or not, but it was plastic. And I made the mistake of shutting the computer down and turning the lights off and getting up to go to bed without my flashlight. So I tripped over a briefcase and my arm came down on the laptop with the stand. And thankfully the stand broke and not the laptop.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was not a happy camper at that moment. I moved all the obstacles further away. I mean, I've never been what anybody would call graceful. My dad used to make fun of me being able to trip over a remains of a corn stalk in a 40-acre field. We'd be out bird hunting, and it's just all of us standing around there, walking around there, carrying shotguns, and here I go, trip, blue.
Carl said, "Thank God you, or at least you didn't break your wrist."
Yeah, again, yeah, I haven't broken it since the motorcycle wreck, and I have to wear a brace when I target shoot because it never healed back as strong as it was before. So anyway, this is the stand. Oops, the camera is trying to make it part of the background, but anyway.
Okay. I've seen those, yeah.
I have a variation of one like that.
Yeah, and it's aluminum, so it should be more durable. Um, but the design on the plastic one was great. This one is the same design; it's just made out of metal. So
Yeah,
I
more
like it.
durable, and aluminum's still fairly lightweight. So
Yeah, and it even comes with a little carrying case. So
I thought maybe it was in here. I did have the stand in here at one time, but I must have taken it out.
next time I go to the fridge, oh wait, I've got my little fridge stocked up. Anyway, next time I take a break from this room to the next room, I'll take that one out there and get it set up under Lindsay's iPad. I think she's got her laptop put away. Still need to download Discord on one or both of them so she can join us in the green room when she feels good enough. I mean, right now she's taking Theraflu and sleeping a lot. She's canceling all her church stuff because she doesn't want to leave the house. She may have been exposed to somebody that has COVID. We don't know. But we've already had 3, 4 vaccinations. So
Oh, my mom tested positive.
nothing wrong with that, except that you're miserable for a while, and it is a very, very positive health hazard the older you get.
Well, she's got some health issues, so I've been kind of concerned about her. So that has not helped my demeanor the past couple days.
I wouldn't imagine that it would. Carl's happy.
Miss the
Yeah.
beach.
I know. I watch the H's cooking videos from and their vacation videos over from England. Yeah. When I first read that, I go, oh, yeah. Well, that would be weird too. But and the nice thing is we do have a couple of COVID tests, the testing kits.
Mhm.
So when she thinks the symptoms are enough to where it would show up, she can test herself on it. So without having to go pay money. And like I said, we've had every vaccination that's available for this stuff. So even if we do come down with it, it's not going to be as bad as it would have been if we had not had the vaccines. So in my childhood, I was vaccinated against everything known to man and a few things that were known only to the angels. At school, I swear, a kindergarten through 12th grade filed everybody in the school through for vaccination day. So I must have been in about the 2nd or 3rd grade. And there was one kid that was just absolutely scared to death of the little air gun for the which shot was that, John? Back in the 60s, the one with that with the air gun left a round multiple scar on your shoulder. Was that rubella or?
They got the TB time test, which is the 3 little needle pricks, and it leaves 3 little marks. Or then there's a smallpox one that typically leaves a mark.
Well, this one, I mean, yeah, I've still got the scar to this day. It looks like it had like 7 needles with one in the center. So
I know what you're talking about, Dan, because my mom had that same scar. I want to say you're right. I want to say it was a TB
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've got various forms of TB, so they actually hit you with several needles, and each needle's got a different something or something. And depending on which ones pop up, they know how you're going to die.
As I was saying, this one kid was just absolutely scared to death and screaming and crying. And I walked up and said, "Look, I'll go first and show him it's all right. So I had to sit there in the chair while they punched my arm with this thing and try not to react. So this other kid
You
could
missed
calm
an
down.
opportunity. See, what you should have done was the second they hit you with it, just I'd fall on the floor and die.
I was
But remember, you got to
less
pop
of
the Alka-Seltzer in your mouth first. Got to get that foam going.
I was less of an obnoxious jerk back then. So, Carl, I don't know which any of them were, but we even had the one on the sugar cube the same day.
Polio vaccine.
And then about 4 or 5 grades later, we got the films warning us about LSD that were also on sugar cubes. I'm going, whoa, is that what I had back in the 3rd grade? No wonder I'm weird.
I will be right back.
All right. I am not doing any more of these signs. If somebody else wants one of these signs, it's going on a larger piece of wood.
There you go.
One of the ones from last night.
Oh, yeah.
I had not quite stepped away, and you had to say that right before I stepped away. I had to come back. If you want to put mine on bigger wood, you can.
I am so not touching that line.
Yours is done, little missy.
If somebody wants one of the smaller ones, I'll take bigger wood. And I'm gonna
That's what she said.
John, have you ever tuned in to watch Birding is Love on Wednesday nights?
Occasionally. Usually while I'm checking my Facebook real quick, it'll pop up.
I am so sorry.
Well, it's strange enough. It's usually you and Dawn sitting there going, "Oh, that's pretty cool." What's the one I've been seeing lately? Is you and her doing some sort of programming, something.
Oh, it's Behind the Code on Monday nights, where I'm setting up people's indie CD profiles.
I'll be back this time for real.
Oh yeah, I have yet to even attempt to log into NDCD. I know I sent you that
because I have not set you up yet. I still need to do that.
That's okay. I'm in no hurry. Right now, I have an official tax form from my publisher.
Just realized you can really tell I've been wearing headphones.
I've got to fill that out and get it back to him. So that's my next priority. That and sitting all day on the phone with Windstream, reclaiming my email account. I can receive email, but I can't send anything from any email program I've got, except for on the browser. I can use Gmail right now. But Carl, this is my best estimation. It's not only for the blog you need to sign in, but if you're going to put something on a calendar, then you need to sign in. But just looking at it, reading, clicking, you don't have to sign in. You don't have to be a member even. Just anybody.
Yeah, and the social part's still kind of under construction. It's up and ready to go. That server is going to absolutely shit a brick if it ever becomes popular. I'm going to be spending a lot more money on server space, but
well,
the other thing is too, you actually don't need a account to add stuff to the calendar. There is a link under the calendar on the main page to submit stuff. And it'll email it to me, and then I can approve it. It's just the calendar, like having a login for the calendar specifically, when you add stuff on, like, I'll use Last Man Standing as an example. It would not only show up on the main calendar on the homepage, but it would also show up on the calendar on your profile. So it was more of a way for like a lot of the people, more like Grant, if he'd ever used the damn thing.
Hi, Grant, if you're watching.
That go to conventions a lot.
Yeah.
It's like I see all these Indie CD members say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to this convention." Put it on the calendar.
Well,
if it's
like
on
I
the
said,
calendar, I'll mention it on the shows.
the only reason I wanted to add something to the calendar was just to go, yes, February 8th, 2024, that is my last day of work ever. February 9th will be my first day of retirement. So that was the only things I wanted to add because most of the people on NDCD don't live in the South, so they wouldn't be able to attend LibertyCon or HallowCon because they're too far away, except for the dedicated people that drive, 11 hours to get from up there to Georgia.
Actually, you already have something on there, Dan.
Oh?
Dan is now retired from the factory starting February 8th through April 9th.
You can take the through April 9th off. I ain't going back.
I wonder how that got there. I didn't do it.
Actually, I think I remember Dan submitting it. Because I got to think about it, I'm like, I approved something for that.
Now, my last day of work will be February 8th, 3:30 in the afternoon. It is a Thursday. So that will be a memorable Stupid O'Clock and Last Man Standing, I certainly hope. That after that, I'm collecting pension checks and probably buying scratch-off tickets. No, I don't play the lottery now more than about 3 times a year. I figure
So you get off at 3:30 that day, you said?
Yeah, that's time up, but they might let me leave early, but I want to go ahead and get a full week's check in there because the first 3 days of the week will be vacation days. I might as well put in a full day on my last day there, and
Yeah.
it'll take me some time to finish cleaning out my lab and cleaning out my locker, and don't intend to do anything, but
What are they going to do? Fire you?
you really turn my key card off before I can leave. The gate won't open. I've got to stay.
I was going to say, do you need to use the key card to be able to get out?
Yeah. Thanks to someone I am pretty sure I know the identity of, but I'm not going to throw them under the bus. Someone had been giving their key card, time clock card, same thing, to someone else and leaving hours before their shift was over. So they'd be clocked out as having worked a full shift, but they'd be missing 3/4 of the day or the night.
Sounds like half the construction techs I worked with at NDOT.
So what they did was they made the exit gate so that you have to wave your key card so that it would check against the time clock and see whether or not you exited shortly after you clocked out. And I believe I know exactly which jerk that was.
Good Lord, that time lapse is getting a lot of views on Facebook.
What is popular?
Oh, Carl, they had to clock in. It's just there wasn't any restriction on letting somebody else clock out for you because the exit gate didn't have a record of who left and what time. So now it does.
Yeah, I had a key card when I worked at NDOT. I had one. I had two. The traffic management center building, for whatever reason, for ages, was on their own system, separate from the rest of NDOT. Don't know why. But I had to get one of their key cards so that I could get in to the gated area and back to get my state vehicle. I threw it in my wallet, and I would just, when I'd pull up, I'd roll down the window, just grab my whole wallet, stick it up against the thing, and
I have
go
a
on in.
special. I have a special wallet just for that and things I don't want to bulk up my my regular wallet. Notes as to what kind of ink I need for the printer, and other stuff, and mine and Lindsay's cell phone numbers and bank account numbers that I need to at work to change the contribution amount to how much goes in my savings account, how much goes in her checking account, and the rest goes in my checking account. But I had to know all of that stuff, and none of that's going to be necessary after I retire.
When I left NDOT, I had to turn in that key card. I spent the better part of half an hour tearing apart that wallet. I couldn't find the damn thing. It somehow got stuck in between two other cards, and I didn't realize it. And I looked at the manager of the building. I'm like, I can't find the damn thing. I said, and I know it's in here because I dropped my car off. She goes, yeah, I watched you pull into the gate, so it's. She goes, and you got into the building, so it's definitely in there. And she sat there and watched me tear everything apart. I'm like, well, if I find it, I'll drop it off. She goes, don't worry about it. She goes, we're going to deactivate it anyway.
Yeah, really. I don't intend to turn mine.
Donna's still with us.
They don't have a policy of us turning ours in. It's just they'll go through the system, the computer, and just turn off entry and exit access.
Now, my one from NDOT that had my picture and everything on it, they were adamant about me turning that one in. I looked at the area engineer. I'm like, you do realize that, come like 4 o'clock our time, that thing's going to be deactivated, right? And she goes, well, you think Keith will deactivate it that soon? I said, no, Keith won't deactivate it. I said, central office does. I said, I have gone in at 5 o'clock at night into that system on a person's last day, and it's already out of our system. She goes, oh. I'm like, yeah. I did keep the old laminated one, though. She asked if I still had one of the old school laminated ones. I'm like, nah, I think I got rid of that one years ago when we got these actual IDs. Nope, that one still stays in my wallet.
Yeah, well, ours are they're just a blank white card. No writing on it whatsoever. No clue as to what it is.
Yeah, that's a big security thing. They issue a white card, and if somebody finds it, like you dropped it at the mall or something like that, nobody knows what it's for.
Yep.
Yeah.
They can't, use it for foul play or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't have any information about me on it except I'm currently an employee and allowed to come and go as I please, and clock in and clock out.
Yeah,
but that's it. That's all
military
it does.
has a bunch of those for secure areas, and they don't put. There's like no logos, no departments, no room numbers, no username. You're not even allowed to write your name on it. Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you lose one,
oh, I'm sure there's hell to pay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bailiff, whack his pee-pee.
I don't even when I'm in the factory, I don't even carry it around with me. I mean, used to, I did when I was authorized to go into the storeroom and print new labels for bags that had to be hand labeled. But they moved that out of the storeroom, and
Okay, you two in chat, kiss and make up.
I carry everything around in a fanny pack, which I haven't been doing since I've been on vacation. Just wallet in back pocket, keys in the front pocket, just like a normal person. But I just hang that up in my locker, lock up the locker, make sure the locker's locked, and go about my work day without being burdened by anything other than my tool bag.
Oh, Donna, kiss and make up. He's a good guy.
And they gave us these laminated ones back when I first started. That way, if we were getting a major enough snowstorm to where they call for state of emergency on the roads and it's only supposed to be emergency personnel, that if we get pulled over, we can show the cop, hey, no, I work for NDOT. I'm heading to the unit so I can hop in a plow truck. You know, I'm supposed to be out here like you. Yeah, I might have kept that one. Not that I would ever go out during a snowstorm like that and just cruise the streets.
Yes, Donna, I am.
You know, never thought about that. I could just get a set of orange lights, throw them on top of the Explorer. Nobody think a thing about me driving around in the snowstorm.
Mm-hmm.
And fortunately, you know how to drive in snow.
And I've got a Ford Explorer with, RCS 4-wheel drive. So which I took a friend of mine one day. We went to Walmart, and just to show off, that's where they stacked all the snow in this area, was in the Walmart parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I drove out there, and they had this whole section of the Walmart parking lot just covered in pristine snow. I said, ooh, watch this. Well, I was in 4-wheel drive, traction control, all that sort of stuff. I went out there, gunned it a little bit, went to spin that truck around. I was going to do a couple donuts. Just did a neat little U-turn. And it's like, well, that wasn't what I was expecting. But
there's not enough ice in here to show off.
It's
okay,
like,
I heard something and I'm just curious. This is another one of those. Is it a Minnesota thing? Have you ever heard of whipping shitties?
That's a Minnesota thing.
Okay. Instead of doing donuts, we whip shitties.
Hold on, I gotta go see what the cat is scratching at.
Yeah, that was something I learned. It's weird how much stuff I've learned is really Minnesotan when I moved out of the state of Minnesota. Yes, Donna.
They're much fluffier that way. Oh, Lord. It's amazing. Half of this shot glass of Granny's rheumatism medicine and the pain in my shoulder has gone away. Maybe it still hurts. I just don't care anymore.
No, I'm laughing about whipping shitties, Donna, or Carl. Because I realized after I read that, it looked, yeah. But that saying was well before, like, I was a teenager. And I know we used it as a teenager, so that was 30 years ago. So,
be curious to know where that came from.
I am getting herded to bed, so I will see you all later.
Okay. See you later, Joey. Have a good night.
The cat is pacing down here, meowing at me constantly to go to bed because the wife's in bed.
Aww.
Well, that's an incentive.
Carl,
well, now she's already asleep.
Because I haven't drinking any liquor since HallowCon. So beer, yes. Liquor, no.
There you go.
Yes, they can be, Carl.
Cats can be
Me-
nags, and so can dogs. Believe me,
All
I
right.
have to fully close the office door to keep Kimber from coming back here and telling me it's bedtime at dark 30. When she ought to know full well it's going to be almost dawn before I get into bed. The daylight kind.
There's a joke there, but I'm not going to touch it.
Yeah, not the green room.
It's just the way I talk. Don't pick on me for the way I talk. Some people like it.
I'm just gonna sit here and eat my ice cream.
No, there's nothing worse than the door being busted open. I'm going, oh, it's the dog. Thank God. Didn't hear anything about a warrant. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I don't know whether Lindsay's going to actually sleep in the lazy boy tonight or go to bed. Depends on which one hurts less. Because with her sciatica and this, whatever it is, she's got cold, flu, whatever. She is not feeling good whatsoever. I even, when I was out grocery shopping today, I even got some frozen dinners in case she wants to eat something without having to cook anything. Just microwave something and good to go. I've got stuff I can fix. It's no big deal. As long as I don't mess up her kitchen, I'll be allowed to live. She gets very possessive about her kitchen.
Yeah, but I don't think she would take you out.
Depends on how big of a mess I leave for her to clean up. If I'm not responsible, I'm looking for more than a little sass. And I did pronounce that correctly. I will hear about it. And besides, neither one of us likes to wake up to a mess, so we both tend to clean up while we're cooking something. Oh, she was fixing Bubble and Squeak the other night and burned herself on the upper grate of the oven, one of the oven racks, because she had to have what she was cooking in the bottom rack. Ow. She had the pot holders. It's just she doesn't like using an oven glove because they come in one size only, and her hand is a whole lot smaller, so it's a little too fumbly. So she would rather use the pot holders than the oven mitt. But that blister is going to take a while to go away. And on top of that, now she feels like she's got a fever. She had a fever like 102 when she took her temperature earlier today. So it's not like she's imagining anything. She is under the weather. Carl, I will, but she does not like to be on camera. She doesn't even like to have her photograph taken. So even when I'm on camera back here, she'll open the door and ask me if I can turn the camera off so she can come in and talk to me. Every once in a while, she doesn't mind. She'll come in and say hello, wave to everybody, and then leave again. But yeah, I told her about Kiri. Yeah, I told her about Kiri using the avatar rather than having the camera on. Yeah, I know we don't discriminate, and that's one of the things I'm proud of. Uh, I could set her up with some kind of avatar. Probably get Skunk or Kiri to clue us in on how to do it. It's no big deal. She'd probably use a dog avatar rather than a cat. She's much more fond of the German Shepherd than she is any of the cats. Although,
As I say, she could probably do a picture of Kimber as her avatar.
hey, I wouldn't doubt it for a minute. Yeah.
Everybody's equal opportunity getting picked on.
Mm-hmm. And we have a very good history of making people comfortable, even while we're picking on them. I like that. Shows we're good people. The first time I ever met Kiri in person, they were wearing a mask because it was during lockdown, and because they use an avatar on camera most of the time, I had no idea who it was until I heard the voice. And with my ear, voices are very, very highly identifiable and get assigned to memories. Even when somebody's doing an accent or putting on a character voice or whatever, something in the back of my mind goes, "Oh, that's so and so." I've heard voice actors in cartoons, no clues to who they were, and go, "Oh, that's who that is." Yeah, that's Richard Mall. No, that's Tim Curry. Oh, that's Richard Mall and Tim Curry acting in the same cartoon. Oh, I love that one. Mighty Max. That was an excellent cartoon. It's a little. Well, I started to say it's a little childish, but hell, it's a cartoon. It's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Sounds like an adult running around Disney World going, "What are all these kids doing here?"
Yeah,
me going
into a department store during the Christmas season, going, "Oh, it's way too people-y in here."
I love the word people-y, and I use it.
Yeah,
a lot.
I have just recently adopted it, but it makes perfect sense to me.
It is two people out here.
Oh, I was walking around one year at Christmas, and it's well, the store was open 24 hours, and it was getting on 10, 11 o'clock at night. And I'm walking around in there, and I see my dad go by. I go, "Ooh, I haven't done anything at all wrong. So why did that just scare me to death?" Because Dad wasn't ever a scary guy, even when he was mad, even when I was getting a whooping, he wasn't scary. I earned every punishment of any kind that my parents ever gave me. But I kept walking around the store,
Nathan.
Never saw him again. So evidently he went in, bought whatever it was he was going to buy, and checked out before I ever ran across him again. I probably
Chris.
should have hollered.
Yes, that was Nathan Carl. I'll never forget that name because that was funny. He was pissed, which made it even funnier.
Hey, Chris. The weird thing is as much alike as we are, Dad never noticed me. He was fixated on buying whatever, probably a gift for Mama. So he was so fixated on what he was going to buy and get out of the store and get home, he didn't see me. I probably should have hollered, but we were a long way apart. But I knew it was my dad because it's my dad. I could recognize my dad at 300 yards just by the way he walked, you know.
I believe he was Carl.
Yeah, probably so. Probably so. I don't think we really need to flash that one up on screen since it's kind of a not private chat, but semi-private. Of course, it's going to show up in the video when anybody watches it with the comments turned on. Let's see, what do we got here? Oh, 36. Yes, we in a long line of cars once, Donna wondered who was holding up traffic. I told her probably my dad, and it was. Oh, yeah, my mom used to complain that when I was driving, she'd be holding her foot on an imaginary brake, and when my dad was driving, she'd be holding her foot on an imaginary gas pedal to get him to speed up. Oh, good Lord.
We're quiet tonight.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. I'm going to go back down the hallway. I shall return shortly.
Don't have much to
Leave
talk
me
about.
here with John.
She might put ice down my back. No.
I don't see any ice cubes, so you should be safe. Besides, your fax machine is broken. She can't deliver.
If a cooler shows up by FedEx at my house with a note that says, "Put this down your back," ain't having it.
I figured it wouldn't.
I'll tell you what, some of the most fun I've ever had in my life was when we ordered steaks. I want to say it was Omaha steak. And they show up in that little cooler. And you open it up and get the steaks out. There's this big package of dry ice in the bottom of it. We had more fun playing with the dry ice. I'll tell you, it's just put it in water and the fog comes up. You know, dogs were looking at it like, "What the hell is that?"
I get 3 ice packs every month with one of my medicines that has to be sent through the mail. Do you know how many freaking ice packs I have?
Yeah. My mom and her husband both worked at hospitals.
Oh, I just want to point out, Carl's not going to be with us much longer. I cannot say that when I say it fast.
Tullamore.
Tullamore Dew is...
Tullamore Dew.
But we can't... So, okay, you were saying that they worked at the hospital.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've got so many medical supplies laying around the house. It's not even funny. Mom was a phlebotomist. So she would come home in the evening, empty out her pockets. There's tape and rubber bands and, just
tourniquets.
No, well, no, she didn't do that. Or trying to think, alcohol swabs, and just and little. Well, they got these little 1 inch by 1 inch. Or, well, technically they're not. I think they're 2 centimeter by 2 centimeter sponges, basically, and that's what they put on the needle marks, and then wrap the that spongy tape stuff that sticks to itself. We got that laying all over the house too. Just
Carl said his mom was a nurse, and nurses were crazy about pens. They see each other's pens all the time.
don't even get me started about it. Ink pens and coffee cups. Apparently, hospitals don't want to pay their employees in anything that looks like currency. It has to be a coffee mug with some cute little logo or slogan on the front of it.
Oh, yeah. Lindsay keeps threatening to take all the t-shirts and coats and whatever else that I've gotten from the company over the years, because it's got company logo on it, straight to Goodwill and just donate it to empty out the closet. And I'm going, hey, wait a minute, that one's a nice one. I want to keep that. That'd be useful. Otherwise, I could fill up like an entire storage building of all the sweatshirts and t-shirts and coats that I've gotten over the years with the company logo proudly displayed on it.
Oh, yeah.
And I've even gotten in trouble at work for wearing a coat with a company logo on it because they changed the safety policy and you had to have a detachable hood. But this coat that they gave us didn't have a detachable one. You just rolled it up and Velcroed it. So if the Velcro came loose, it could get caught in a piece of machinery.
Did you ask him to get you a new coat?
No, I just pointed to the logo and said, you gave it to me.
But you're not supposed to wear it here. You're supposed to wear it when you're out and about, so you're giving us free advertisement.
It's a work coat. That's all right. I soon will not have to worry about those restrictions anymore.
We're talking about crazy pins. Hang on a second. I want to show y'all something because I thought this. I had this brilliant idea about selling pins.
Why am I scared to see what this is going to be?
Why am I thinking this is a Zapod Beeple Brox reference?
They had a beer festival here in town. You went down, tried all these different beers from all these different manufacturers. It turns out Angry Orchard was there.
Oh,
ooh,
okay.
I like their cider.
Okay. Now here's the neat thing. Not only did they have, various samplings of their cider, they had ingredients for cocktails that you could make with their cider. Okay. Where did they put them?
Oh, it's one of the rolly pens.
That is neat.
And then it's got the figures I'm on a green screen here.
Yeah, get out of the way.
On the other side, it's got that. But see, what I thought would be brilliant is for kids that have to take tests in college, was build these that are blank, and you can actually write have cheat sheets and write the answers on them. Even if teachers would not allow them to use them, I could make a fortune selling it to stupid high school and college kids. Okay.
Yes, you could.
Now, the other thing that would be neat, and this I thought about, was nurses and I'll do my profession here, light combat engineer. You could have cheat sheets on it for light combat engineers for things like demolition, mathematical formulas, and stuff like that. So that if you had to sit there and figure out the formulas, you didn't have to find a manual and drag it out, and it's right there. Okay. Mm-hmm.
The most used shortcuts for everything.
Exactly. P for plenty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could use that
okay.
Could use that for Excel code when I'm writing a formula. Just pull out the ink pen and go, oh, Yeah, that's what that one was. Sorry, I forgot it.
There you go. They got 4 little recipes on here. Got orange orchard, angry balls. It's the name of a cocktail they make. Okay.
Sounds painful.
Angry apple pie, which actually sounds interesting, and then angry sunset. It's written.
I can imagine angry apple pie. Serve that at a family reunion, and everybody goes to sleep afterwards.
Here's angry balls. Okay.
Tell us, John, how do you make angry balls?
Okay. 1.5 ounces of cinnamon whiskey, aka Fireball. Hence the name. Okay. Filled with Angry Orchard apple cider. Serve in a pint glass over ice with a slice of lime.
It's very simple.
Very simple.
So, what was it called again?
Angry balls.
So, angry balls are really easy to make.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, you caught Donna's attention with the fireball.
Yep. Yep. It's basically cinnamon spiced apple cider with a kick.
Yes. Angry apple pie is 1 ounce of orange juice, 1 ounce of amaretto, and then fill the rest with Angry Orchard apple cider and a splash of cinnamon schnapps. Serve in a pint glass over ice.
Oh,
that does sound good.
That one sounds good.
Angry sunset. 1.5 ounces of peach schnapps filled with Angry Orchard, splash of cranberry juice. Serve in a pint glass over ice.
That sounds like I need to have that for breakfast from now on.
And last but not least, now this is the one that sounds a little odd. And Orange Orchard, okay. It's a half pint glass of Sam Adams Boston Lager and a half pint glass of Angry Orchard. And then 1.5 ounces of orange liqueur. That one sounds a little weird to me, but I'm curious.
Yeah. Next convention, get somebody to make one for you.
And it's
or make it yourself.
Really interesting about this. I like it because it's actually a good sized pen. You know, it's just I got big hands and fingers.
Oh, you're talking to somebody that before they had neck surgery couldn't hold on to a pen, or I couldn't hold on. I had to have, like the pen that has like the extra.
And it's actually got the little grippy thing up front, rubber grip, so you can actually. When you really have to dig in and write something.
When you're angry.
Out an NCR form, yes.
Get it. When you're angry. Look at the pen.
Good call. Yes, I would really love to like get a bunch of pens and just do that, and have them refillable. Have like the paper thing, a cartridge, you can refill it. And, like, add different things at different times. I would love to have a pen like this with a little flag on it that all it said on the back side of it was "fuck you." Somebody comes
and
up
on the other side, you could say, "And the horse you rode in on."
And the horse you rode in. It'd be like customer service. Somebody walks up to you, and they're, it's Karen yelling, screaming, "I want to see the manager." And you just go, because that would just kill the entire conversation. She could not come back from that.
What you need is a key on the cash register that prints it on the receipt. This
paper
was a
shredder.
bad customer.
Hand you the receipt, you run it to the paper shredder. No, what are you going to do now, Karen?
Oh, good.
It's been a long time since I've been in retail, but it's only gotten worse since I was there. I couldn't work retail anymore. I'd get fired my first day because.
Oh no, I would just make a bunch of business cards with the company's online sales, site. Somebody starts giving me crap. So here, go online because I'm not dealing with your crap today. Have a nice day. Have it someplace else. I want to see your man. No, you don't. You really don't. He's a Vietnam vet. He takes care of it. He don't care about any of your crap. It's the only reason he works.
His own.
I was in my early 20s and I was in management, and there was a gentleman that worked with us, and he was in his 40s, and he worked there part-time. at this job. He had a full-time job. He was actually a teacher. And this lady wanted to do something, return something. I don't know. She's like, I want to talk to the manager. I'm like, I am the manager on duty. What about the guy that walked back there? And I'm like, he's a part-time employee. And then by this time, this bitch had really started getting to me. I'm like, ma'am, he is not the manager on duty. I am the manager on duty. He isn't a part-time employee. If you want to talk to a manager, you're going to have to speak with me. She just looked at me. Shit.
What was the one I was reading the other day? Is ladies up there running the cash register. Karen comes in once this, that. The lady behind the cash register is like, no. I want to speak to your manager. What? I want to speak to the manager. Lady goes, okay. Goes back, tells the manager, lady out front will speak with you. I'm going on break. Guy comes out, goes, yes, ma'am, can I help you? Yeah, I want this, that, and the other. And that other lady told me she wouldn't give it to me. Well, then you're not getting it. Says, what? Says, you understand? Lady you just pissed off? Yeah. Owns the store.
She's above me.
Exactly.
That's what people just like, think about it. We were Black Friday shopping one night when it was.
Well, that was your first mistake.
No, honestly, though, we were Black Friday shopping, and you get a lot of those people, those seasonal people. They've had 2 days on a register trying to learn everything, and with those big Black Friday sales, you can tell these people are trying. It's out of their hands, and this poor girl was trying to ring somebody up, and it wasn't ringing up, and there was the line of people, and everybody could tell that she was trying. Everybody could tell she was trying to figure it out, and the guy that she was ringing up just started yelling at her. If you were competent, you'd know how to do this. Da, 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 da. I have never seen so many customers come together and start yelling at another customer. There was one guy that goes, you know what? If you don't like it, then get out of here. We don't want to hear you bitching at her. She's trying to do her job. And they were off. And I was like part of that too. I admit it. But it was nice to see a cashier not get reamed out. And she was crying, and by that time she was crying. And it's like, people just don't have to be assholes.
No,
apparently some of them do.
Well,
apparently some of them take a positive delight in it.
Did I tell you what I saw? I was driving to the convention.
Not you guys. Well, yeah, you guys too. But
yeah, you guys, hang on a minute.
He's counting down the minutes.
Yeah.
Yep. Actually,
Okay.
I was I had my mouse hovered over it, waiting for a break in the conversation.
Okay. So I'm driving the convention. I'm getting up close to the interstate. This BMW SUV pulls past me. I'm like, oh God, here it goes. And I knew they were just speeding up to get in front of me so that they cut me off, get on the interstate. I'll be darned if the turn signal didn't come on. And she pulled over nicely in front of me, got into that turn lane to get onto the interstate. And I was like, I got to thinking about it. Now, I've been stationed in Germany twice. Okay. I think that may be the first time in my entire life that I've actually seen a BMW driver use a turn signal.
So they do have a dispenser for the signal fluid.
They actually work. Okay. That the little handle does actually make the lights go blink. I thought that was just a defect on BMWs.
Oh yeah. It's just there for display.
I thought they didn't put the reservoir in there for the blinker fluid. I thought it was one of those things they didn't need in those cars.
Took it out to save weight so it could drive faster.
There's a company, and I believe they're here local. They make a sports drink called Blinker Fluid. Comes in red, orange, and blue. They sell it. I can't remember which part. I want to say it's Advanced Auto, but I might be wrong. It might be out. Can't remember which one. AutoZone, Advanced Auto, O'Reilly's one of them. But it's there on the counter. Okay. And apparently, the people that came up with it worked at one of these auto parts stores and realized that husbands and fathers were sending their daughters and sons in to purchase blinker fluid. Okay. So as a joke, and strangely enough, a money making potential here, they actually sell a drink called blinker fluid.
That is funny.
And it's
One of the
basically
things-
it's Gatorade, but it's
One of the things some of the maintenance men used to try and pull on me was to, when I was working, assisting maintenance, they would send me off for a brass magnet to pick up all the washers they just spilled out of the box of brass washers, or a chain stretcher.
The military had tons of them.
Oh yeah, yeah, and it was hilarious when I go, yeah, right. But then again, if I'd wanted to milk it for all it was worth, I could have just walked off and went on break and come back 30 minutes later and go, storeroom says I didn't have any. Somebody else has already checked them out.
The one they got me with.
Wait, hold on. Calvin said that it's Carl's bedtime, so he's getting nagged by the cat to go to bed too. Good night, Carl.
Night, Carl.
Go on, sorry.
The one they got me with, all the militaries in the all the radios in the military have nicknames. Okay. Prick 25, Prick 27, you get your Vincents, you get your Angry 88s, dog bone mics, ham boat mics, squawk boxes, aux boxes, just all these different things. All right. The one they got me with was Case of Squelch.
Okay.
But I got them back. I went down to the commo shop, told them what they'd asked for. They just laughed. They told me that they're pulling your leg. I said, oh, okay. So I stopped in the break room, got a Coca-Cola, drank the Coca-Cola, went back to them and says, commo shop wanted me to ask you, new squelch or old squelch? Because for those of you who don't know, there are two different types of squelches on the old military radios. Okay. And you had to know. Yeah. And they said, new squelch, of course. Okay. Went back down.
Got another Coke.
Got another Coca-Cola, and first sergeant comes by, like, what are you doing? Says, I'm getting some new squelch. What? They sent me off on a wild goose chase. I'm supposed to be bringing back a case of new squelch. Says,
All right.
Yeah, it's about that time. But I will say, they told this one guy to go find something, and he knew it was ridiculous. And so he went back to his room, got in his civilian clothes, and left for the day. Next morning, they're like, where have you been? He goes, I still haven't found it. But I'm still looking,
Really? All right. Good night, everybody. Time to touch the face of God. John's in control. I'm headed off to the other room.
I
See y'all
will
there.
hopefully be there. I gotta switch everything over.
All right.
Okay.
Good night, everybody.
I am not drunk.
Yes, you are.
I am not fucking drunk.
Can you tell the time?
Yes. I am not fucking drunk.
have slipped the surly bonds of earth and danced the skies on laughter-silvered wings. Sunward I've climbed and joined the tumbling mirth of sun-split clouds and done 100 things you have not dreamed of. Wheeled and soared and swung high in the sunlit silence. Hovering there, I've chased the shouting wind along and flung my eager craft through footless halls of air. Up, up the long, delirious, burning blue, I've topped the windswept heights with easy grace, when never lark nor even eagle flew. And while with silent, lifting mind, I've trod the high, untrespassed sanctity of space, put out my hand and touched the face of God.
Did not get away with it. Fuck, 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 fuck.